in today's video, I am going to just channel a few messages for the collective that I think can really help us during this time of transition post the new moon in Leo. I've been feeling a lot of energy shifting into this like metamorphosis, rebirth, kind of new path energy, and that is kind of giving big Leo energy, so it makes sense. But I wanted to do a collective reading to ground us in those energies, so I've taken out this deck, Self-Care, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. It's a beautiful oracle deck for those of you who are interested in maybe getting it for yourselves. And I'm just going to pull a few cards and share with the collective what's coming up in the energy today. Take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light. That is the intention. So 2 cards came out right away. We have 37, which can also mean 10 or 1. And we have 18, which could also be 9. And 37 is music. And 18 is dance. And I actually really love this for the current energy, because if we're really embodying Leo energy, it's being out there, like being flaunting our stuff, let's say. And music and dance are very good for the spirit. So collective energy is saying to move and dance because your spirit needs it right now. Something someone recently shared with me that I thought was really fascinating is how the younger generations, like let's say Gen Z, Gen Alpha, don't dance anymore, like especially when they go out to clubs or lounges. And that was a bit disheartening to hear, because I remember my early 20s, teens, and going out to the clubs and literally having no inhibitions and just like living my best life. And just how good like music and dancing, especially in group and social settings, was for like my spirit. And so these 2 cards coming up in particular is really signaling to me that like we need an energetic shift back in this direction. And I've been reflecting on this just from like a community social perspective of like, maybe we need more opportunities or more spaces for people to be able to dance freely, enjoy music outside of just like a concert setting, without phones, because I think a lot of people are self-conscious about like being recorded or being like, just people commenting. Like there was an era when you didn't have to worry about what you looked like and how you danced or what you did, because everybody else was doing the same thing. Everybody else was just enjoying themselves. And like I said, I just think the energy right now is calling for us to get back into that spirit, into that headspace. And moving your hips, especially for my women, is very good for the energy within your chakra system, because oftentimes for us who have uterus, right, a lot of energy gets stuck down below in the root chakra. And so movement and music is a great way to rise the energy from below up higher into the higher chakras. Okay, let's see. Okay, we also have use your hands. I love this one. Literally every time I get this card, I think, well, one, I'm here for the red eyeliner. Shout out to anyone who's doing red eyeliner. Spicy. Okay, got distracted. Use your hands. 53 could also be an 8. I'm a life path 8. If there are any other life path 8s, drop a comment in the comment section. Every time I see this card though, I always think of like pottery, and then I remind myself, girl, you should do a pottery class. I would love to do that. But other than pottery, this can mean coloring, this can mean sewing, knitting, crocheting. I know men who crochet, so that's not even gendered, okay? None of these activities are. You could do journaling, scrapbooking, junk journaling. I've been getting into that lately. I'm gonna have to show y'all my junk journal. But yeah, use your hands. Yeah, so far the messages are very much like movement, taking action. I love that. Okay, let's get one more card for this particular collective message. Spirit, what other message does the collective need to hear during this time? How can they best take care of themselves during this new moon in Leo energy? Okay. Ooh. I love that. That is gorgeous. Flow like water. And I just got back from Greece. Stay tuned for the Greece vlog, y'all. So this is very much in alignment with me as well. The water is such a powerful element to work with and to just like be tapped into. So we have 24 with the number 6. And this idea, this concept of flowing like water has come up a lot recently too, because I think oftentimes we either create or come into resistance with something while we're pursuing something. And the real key to going or to eliminating that resistance is to flow, is to get into that mindset. Actually, better yet, let's read the message from the book, because I have some more messages here, but the guidebook in this particular deck is actually really wonderful, and I want to share with you guys an example of how I would use this guidebook. Not necessarily to get a deeper interpretation, but more so because I want you to really understand conceptually what flowing like water actually can look like. Okay, so actually, before I even get into this part, because it's going to touch into this, but I also recently learned that water can actually hold memory. Like, it can literally hold the image of something that you share with it. And so that to me is very powerful, because that just goes to show that water is also conscious, which is why flowing like water is a great example of how moving in alignment with an idea, a vision, a memory can help us fulfill the outcome we're looking for. Yeah. Okay, let me get into the guidebook though. So water naturally carries intentions within it. As one of the 5 classical elements, it is an incredibly valuable resource for our physical and energetic bodies. It holds the power to purify us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You can infuse water with intention through your speech, thoughts, and prayers, or by placing sacred symbols or words of positive affirmation on or under drinking vessels. So this is what I was saying about water holding memory. So that's why they say, like, praying over your water, setting an intention, those things are very powerful acts, because it does remember. And so it's sending that message within your physical vessel once you consume it or immerse yourself in it, which is really fascinating. I think I'll add maybe like a link to the water studies that I'm referring to if you guys are interested in learning more. It says, tune into your mind's eye and picture the water cleansing you. Where are you? What kind of water is cleansing you? Is it from the ocean, a river, your bathtub, ancient water temple? Manifest this vision in your life and look for new ways to connect with water. Skate on ice, surf in the sea, paddleboard on the lake, or simply shower with an intention. Whichever way you go about it, offer great reverence. Ooh, love that word. And sincere gratitude for the waters of this earth. Powerful. Powerful. We're gonna leave it there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this collective reading. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. Would love to see you again here on the channel. If you found this reading collective message interesting, or you want to say a little hello, feel free to like this video or leave a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.